Welcome to this MyCom Screencast from United Methodist Communications. What started as a simple tool to create quick graphics has turned into one of the most fully featured media creation tools on the market. Canva is focused on making it easy for normal people to create professional, eye-catching media without spending hours doing it. The great news is, Canva makes all of its pro-level tools free for nonprofits, which means that all those tools are completely free for United Methodist churches or affiliated organizations like a Wesley Foundation, because they all have nonprofit status through the UMC group ruling. All you have to do is apply for Canva for nonprofits using your nonprofit paperwork and EIN number. There's another article about how to get your nonprofit paperwork, but because it's so simple, we'll take a moment to tell you. All you have to do is go to umgroupruling.org, put in your EIN, click submit, and you're done. Now, let's get back to showing you the power of Canva for nonprofits. Once you sign in, you'll be taken to the home screen. There's a lot here, but let's dive in first by creating a unique piece for a Bible study. The easiest way to begin creating with Canva is to start from one of their fantastic templates. And because you have a Canva for Nonprofit account, you will have access not just to their basic set of templates, but their pro level of templates. So let's click in and begin searching for Bible study templates. It looks like Youth Bible Study is an option. We'll click that and find a number of different options. Let's choose this one with the church background. And it will immediately open us into an editor view where we will create our own graphic based on this beginning template. Now, this one looks great, but the first thing we realize is that we don't have a church like that. So let's look to change that image with an image of people actually studying. To do that, we're going to go over to the toolbar on the left-hand side, click Photos, and type in Studying. This will search their stock photos for exactly what we're looking for, and then we can choose the one that we want. It looks like we've got a great option right here at the top. To replace an existing image in a template, we're going to drag that over carefully until we see it replace that background image. Let go, and it's there. Of course, that's not the only customization that we can do. By going over and clicking on the text, we can change the color, we can add elements, we can click into the style toolbox where there are pre-selected color schemes and font schemes that we can click and click and click until we see something that seems to fit right. We can do the same with fonts until we have something that feels like what we're wanting. We've got a pretty good start here, but because you have Canva for nonprofits, the real power has just started. You are able to create multiple versions of this same concept simply by clicking resize. Let's say we want an Instagram story. We check the box, click copy and resize, and a new document opens up with the right dimensions for an Instagram story. All we have to do is drag, resize, and make it look the way we want for our Instagram story. We started with a poster. Now we have an Instagram story, but what if we wanted to make a little brochure as well? Resize, we'll scroll down and click brochure, copy and resize, and now we have a brochure layout. In just a couple of minutes, we have all of the basic layout that we need for an Instagram story, a poster, and a brochure based on this one design. Now that we've got the design, let's go back to the Instagram story, click share, and you'll notice another pro feature that we have because we have Canva for nonprofits, schedule. This feature allows us to schedule this to post in the future on one of many social media platforms. All we do is click schedule, select our date, and then click next which will bring us to the page where we create our post and select the social media network. Let's go back to the home screen and explore another really interesting feature enabled with Canva for nonprofits, Teams. When you click on your team, you'll see that we are able to share Canva for nonprofits with multiple people. In fact, you get 10 free team members with the nonprofit account. That will allow 10 people to have all of the pro features in Canva and this Teams area where you can share and collaborate on creating different marketing pieces for your organization. Okay, let's click this free dinner and worship sign that Caitlin created for us. And we have the ability to make a copy so that we can edit it ourselves or open her copy where we will be able to comment. So let's open this one. And you'll see whenever we hover over an element, there's a speech bubble that appears. When we click that, we can go in and make our own comment. Let's tell her that we love this font. But when we look at the top, we see a little tweak that would be nice to make. So we can click that logo up there at the top and say, let's move this up a little bit. When we make these comments official, the owner of this piece will receive a notification that some comments have been made. They can tweak it and move forward, having collaborated asynchronously with the team. Now let's go back home. One thing that you'll notice is that in our team, we don't see all of the projects, just the ones that have been shared. Team members can make all of the projects they want personally, but only the ones that they choose to share will be shown in the team area. When you look at the navigation on the left-hand side, you see another exciting feature, brand. This area makes brand consistency easy by putting your logo, colors, and fonts in one place. As you can see, we've already uploaded our logo here, which means that it's easy to add it wherever we need it. Let's go back to that Bible study poster. All we do is click logos and drag our logo onto our piece. We resize it, move it to where we want. Canva just makes it so easy to keep this piece consistent with our brand. Branding is more than just a logo, so you can add your colors and your fonts as well, so that you can bring everything in sync. Now looking back to that left navigation, you'll see another really great tool, the Content Planner. Let's dive in. Making a plan for your content can really take your marketing to the next level. There are a lot of tools that you can pay for to do this kind of content planning, but most of them have a fatal flaw. Most of them are really content schedulers, not content planners. The nice thing about Canva's implementation is that you can put content pieces on your calendar that are not scheduled through Canva. So if you've got an email newsletter going out, you just click and type in email newsletter. That will appear in your content planner. But you can also click a plus sign, select one of the pieces you've created, and schedule it right here in the planner. That would show up right here, and then go out right when you need it in the future. Using a content planner like this will allow you to make sure that you're not oversaturating communication on one day and leaving multiple days in a row empty. Instead, it allows you to pace your communication so that you're constantly putting information in front of people who want to see it. So far, we've been focusing on print and social media pieces, but Canva can do a lot more. Let's look at that. Back at the home screen, we see all kinds of different things. We've been thinking about media and graphics, but Canva also does video. And it does it really well in the way that you'd expect Canva to do it. Easily professional and easy to tweak. You'll see a bunch of different types of videos here at the bottom. We'll just choose the standard video, click, and go right into the editor. Just like in the graphics and print version, there are a bunch of different template ideas over here on the left. We'll choose one of them and we'll immediately see one of the things that makes Canva unique in the way it thinks about video. This video basically has 3 clips, and Canva is treating each of those clips as a page. It's asking us if we would like to apply all 3 pages. We're going to do that and let it add all of that to the timeline for us. Down at the bottom, you'll see each of those 3 pages are now there. And when we click play, we'll get to see what's happening in this template. Let's pause it. And whenever we pause it, we can change any of the elements. It works just like a print image. Click on text, edit it. Let's change this to rock and roll. And now when we go back and press play, we'll see that the video now says rock and roll. We can do that with other elements as well. On different pages, we can move elements around. We can edit it just like we would a print piece. Over here on the left-hand side, we have elements. We can click in there and add a fun little eyeball as another piece of this design. Up at the top right, we just click share, and we're probably going to want to download this as an MP4. But just like those social media graphics and print pieces, we can also resize this. Let's say we want to make this into an Instagram story. Check the box, then copy and resize. It's automatically put everything in the orientation that we need it for an Instagram story. And we're not going to probably leave it centered like this. We'll want to fill up that Instagram story. We will expand the roll, move the rock and down, and look at each of these pages to see how we want to make these elements fit. Down on the 3rd page, we'll move some of these elements around, center the text, and now all that's left is to share. We can download it as an MP4 file, or we can just go ahead and schedule that to run on Instagram. Of course, we can't cover everything in this screencast. There's a whole lot more. You can do infographics, desktop wallpapers, book covers, calendars, all kinds of different things that they have pre-formatted and ready to go. This powerful professional level tool is not only easy to use, it's free because you're a nonprofit. We hope this MyCom Screencast has been helpful.